This is Ellison Nystrom and my discussion for the Monroe's motivated sequence for the TED Talk. For the attention getter, Price starts with humor and relatability. She asks, what's a lot harder than it seems like it should be? And then she takes a break or pause and then says, having fun. This immediately draws the audience in because it makes them reflect on their own lives and relate to the TED Talk or speech that she's about to do. The problem or the need is she identifies that many people are overwhelmed, stressed, disconnected from genuine joy or pure fun in their lives. And she explains how adults, particularly, don't prioritize any fun, which negatively impacts their physical and even mental health. For the satisfaction or solution, she offers a realistic and doable solution by prioritizing true fun, which she defines as a mix of playfulness, connection, and flow. She explains how we can seek out and cultivate more moments that spark those feelings, and also bring kind of a sense of community into our day-to-day lives. As far as visualization, or benefits for the solution, she kind of paints a picture of life filled with joy, even better mental and physical health, connection, and meaning. She also connects fun to long-term health, happiness, and resilience. And then she shares examples of pictures of people who are having fun, and then even says that her daughter um, said that fun is like sunshine, and she used that as kind of a visual of what it'll feel like to continually have fun in your life. Um, so the call to action, or what we should do, she gives some specific steps. She wants us to start noticing what brings us actual joy and not just fun activities. She uses the example of skiing or pickleball would be two things that people usually consider fun, but maybe it's not necessarily fun for certain people. So it's a fun activity, but it might not bring joy. For me, I snowboard, but when I go with my brother, it's not necessarily fun because it's really intense and he just wants to do like a lot of stuff that I'm scared of. So it's not really fun. It's more circle. Um, so that's kind of a personal, um, I guess, example of something that's usually considered fun, but for me, I don't necessarily enjoy it, especially with a certain person. And then she also says to have more everyday moments of fun. So just add it in where you can, and then prioritize it. She also says that prioritizing doesn't mean adding it into your calendar or setting a specific time to do something, because that's what we do with our work and day-to-day busy lives. She just said if a certain person makes you have fun or you like being around them, then maybe add that into your schedule. But don't give yourself like 2 hours that say have fun. And then she also said, know what things give you a sense of playfulness, connection, and flow. Again, going back to that definition of fun that she gave, and just knowing yourself and knowing what actually makes you feel like sunshine. And then she said, also be intentional about reducing distractions. Price says that she wrote a book about getting away from your phone. So she said a lot of our issues in the world today stem from us being on our phones and not being able to put it down. So she said we could have a lot more fun if we have human to human interactions in real life, which totally makes sense. For the effectiveness of the presentation, I really do think this presentation is very effective in motivating the audience towards change. It's a relatable topic. Everyone can relate to the feeling of being stressed, missing out on fun, and kind of feeling, even like she said, dead inside. especially in this day and age. I think we all get kind of glued to our screens sometimes. And even when you say, like, oh, I have fun playing this phone game or something, it's not really fun because it's not lighting you up. Um, she gives a clear problem and a realistic solution. She doesn't tell people just have more fun. She defines what true fun is and exactly how to find it. She also gives a really strong delivery. She uses humor, personal stories, research to support her points, and it keeps the audience engaged and builds a lot of credibility for her. And action steps, she calls to action. It's not vague. It's very specific, easy to follow. Like you don't have to be a rocket scientist to really understand this speech and what she's trying to get at. And it just feels achievable for average people. I hope you guys enjoyed this TED Talk like I did, and I am excited to see your responses. Thank you.